Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to the continuing adventures of Jub Jub, the Slayer, as he treks? Yeah, treks is good. Treks through the dungeon, wrecks through the dungeon, wrecks through the dungeon, fecks through the fecks through the dungeon, fecks through the dungeon. He's been keeping true my perennial philosophy that if you give your character a random shitty name, they are way more likely to do well than if you give them an awesome badass name, because he is level 27. He is casting multiple level 6 and 7 spells at low to no hunger. He's got a 6 spells no hunger, 7 low. He's got a lot of stuff going for him. How am I doing for Ice Storm? I know I'm not gonna run it. Actually, 69% fail. That's a spectacle that merits further consideration. So pardon me while I do a little bit of side math. And I know I probably did a post-mortem in the last video, but we'll do it again. So 4 levels left means I would need 9 spell levels, which means I need 5 more, which means Ditch Lightning Bolt, and I can pick up Freezing Cloud. Poisonous Cloud is going to be good for gassing the Draconians, I suspect, as is Freezing Cloud. You know, most that won't die to this will die to this, or vice versa. Animate Dead is obviously going to be helpful. A lot of these spells are still going to be useful. Flight is probably no longer going to help me for the rest of the game. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do... Okay, here's the plan. We could enter Zot right now, probably not level up, but gain enough experience to gain a level or 2, and then hit Zot 5 and try and win. Or we could draw this game out unnecessarily and play it safe. Oh yeah, and I'm reading a manual for traps and doors, that's why it's on. So I vote for playing it a little bit safer, a little bit longer. Let's turn on Ice Magic yet again, because I do want to eventually put on Ice Storm. So that's 4 negative skills, but Traps and Doors is only going to be on for a while the book lasts. And let's hit up the Elven Halls. Did we never find those in Orc? Huh. Let's find the Elven Halls and then hit them up. Yeah, because at this point, going there just makes sense. Oh man, there was no corpse left. Yeah, at this point, going there just makes sense. We can wipe them out, hopefully within the course of 15 to 20 minutes, just because of how long it will take me to item manage, not because of how long it will actually take to do. And the amount of loot I am liable to get is good. You don't want to do... Well, I don't generally want to do Elven Halls until I have a good ice, fire, and ice and fire resistance. And if I could get... Oh, perfect. This is probably the spot. And if I can get a conservation, that's just, that's icing on the top. Most important, however, is you don't want to do it until you are prepared to be abyssed, because there is always a chance of abyssal rays coming at you that you can't really stop. I mean, you can stop them, but you're unlikely to succeed, given the number of beams that can come at you and all. And I'm not saying that every time you go there you'll get abyssed. What I am saying is, if you go there, prepare to be abyssed, and you'll be a lot happier than if you didn't bother preparing. That's a big part of the reason why I generally don't go there. I mean, I often don't go there for a very long time during a game. But this has been a long time, so give me some butterflies and take me down. Actually, normally I would say that it's important to be very methodical in how you approach, make sure you don't get surrounded, etc. Don't auto-travel at first. But I'm just kind of winging it. I have so much teleport control. I have the ability to kill just about anything that's going to show up here, as long as it's not a summoned high-tier demon. So I'm just going to blow my way through here. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not exactly playing very carefully. Let's raise some zombies to continue to tank for me. Ooh, interesting. You went to invisible. Well, I just happen to have something called Detect Invisible. Actually, it's called Poisonous Cloud, but honestly, it's similar. I love that I'm able to block these. I just blocked 3 shots in a row. Detect Invisible. Yeah, and it's nice, it's convenient to not have to worry about protecting yourself from abyssment. I mean, yeah, you worry a little bit. Obviously, nobody wants to go into the abyss. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I thought that conservation would protect me, but apparently I overestimated how good my conservation is since I intentionally stepped into... Wow, you're a moron. Even when running away, he runs back into the flame. Alright. Look, I don't know why you Spriggans think that you have a chance against me, but... Oh, it's a druid? Shit. The forest is gonna wake up. Let's just get out of here before things get ugly. And let's gas the way out so that anything vulnerable to poison dies a horrible death. Alrighty, what have we here? What have we here? It seems to be a young pioneer. Alright, we have enough enchant armors that I can just throw this one away on anything, so we'll throw it away on this. Clearly I'm going to be using this shield for the remainder of the game. In fact, let's do that again. I mean, I don't believe it will ever make a difference, but I also don't believe that I'm likely to use all of my... Summoners are always worth killing quickly, especially if you don't have mass abjure. Pretty sure you can't mutate me. Pretty sure all you can do is forcibly relocate me and teleport me elsewhere. And raise the dead. But I've been raising the dead, so hopefully there's no more dead for you to raise. Just pummel this thing with my axe. Drop a freeze cloud, and then boom, boom. Oh, it's an abandoned shop. That's why there's a bar over the door. And just spreading my ice massively. I could technically spread poison. I'm just picking at random, to be honest. Actually, truth be told, I probably should spread poison by default, because since they don't resist it, it will be lethal, but I resist it, so I can walk through it immediately instead of having to wait. Yeah, that's the thing. The big thing I'm hoping to get out of all of this, by the way, is just to resist mutation, honestly. I need to kill him fast, that's why I'm putting him in an ice cloud. Alright, we'll just make sure that anything in the area is dying. Okay, well, you guys are resisting my attempts to detect you the old-fashioned way by shooting blindly. Not just old-fashioned, it's out of fashion on account of being totally ineffective. Ooh, 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 ooh. I want them to drown. Or be horribly poisoned. I guess it works either way. Pell missiles, confuse, and come at them with an axe. At the end of the day, even with virtually no training in any weapon skill, I'm a fucking ogre. I have 20 strength, and I have 308 health. I could realistically switch over to a melee build and be just fine for, well, D0 through 18 at least. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but it's scary. Only a little bit of an exaggeration. All of that, the pathway to becoming this powerful was an incredibly narrow and difficult one to walk by comparison to my usual OP classes that have a lot more leeway, but you know, to make mistakes and dink around. But now that I've walked it, the degree of power I have is pretty noticeable. And yet still, if I was a ordinary mage, I would have Necromutation online or a Cloud spell by now, no question. Just because I would have at least one positive aptitude going for me. Alright. Ancient Robe, not interested. I'm not going to go down to Robe from AC 20. It's just not worth it. I don't even remember, what is this model dragon armor giving me? Just RF? Yeah, just RF. I mean, it's, oh no, it's also giving me R poise, and I don't have another source of that. I mean, I have another source of that, but I don't want to use another source of that. That true? Yeah, I have the ring. That's right. But my alternate rings are either vitality or just something really good. Oh crap! I took 2 steps towards north instead of just backing off after 1. Let us see. Orb of Destruction from this range. Again. And now drop Poison Zone here so that even if I'm paralyzed, he'll still die. Oh man, it was blocked. The thing is, he's so deeply poisoned right now. Yeah, that he's not going to make it. Otherwise, that could have been a little bit more scary. Admittedly, Norse encounters should be scary, but I just am also very tanky. So it's not a matter of paralysis, 2 hits, and I'm dead. It's more like paralysis, good luck hitting me enough to deal enough damage to really scare me. Oh, shit. This is a good pincer on their part. I'm going to teleport out of here right now. Okay, that was the worst teleport I've ever seen in my life in terms of not taking me anywhere. Okay, not the worst, but that was a terrible teleport. Still, it did get me out of the pincer position that made me so nervous. Swiftness, RMSL, and remind myself what exactly it was that I was running from. Okay. Oh my god, there's a third one? And this one is resistant to my primary mechanism of attack, so begin with a Orb of Destruction, continue with a Poisonous Cloud, and end by stepping out of range. Boom, he blew himself he got blown to Kingdom Come. So that's 2 uniques by my count? Or was it 3? At least 2 uniques. Leave it at that. Just punch the jelly to death. I threw a javelin at it. That's great. I forgot I even had those. I picked up a corpse apparently. Whoops. It's lovely when these orbs, not orbs, the IMBs just hit and don't explode and deal old-fashioned IMB level damage and kill in one shot. Okay, we're just gonna use ice to kill it for the caster as fast as possible. Yes, you can hit my electric eel zombie. I don't give a damn. As a rule of thumb, I don't care about my zombies. They're zombies for a reason. Deep Elf Annihilator, eh? I'm not sure what his deal was, but he really didn't attack. He kind of just was staring me down more than anything else. Hungerless level 6 is awesome. Alright, Elven Halls 2 complete. Now for the hard one. I have 6 mapping scrolls, so I'm feeling okay burning one here. Okay, please tell me that it's still 3 floors, not 5. Yeah, it's 3. Where is the end of this chamber? I guess this must be the end of the chamber with these 2 narrow halls. Okay, fair enough. And of course, there's no control teleport on this floor, so be scared. I keep hitting ZU. What is orb? ZM? Okay. Oh my god, do I really feel drained? Below level. Yeah. Draining is one of those attacks that when it first appears in the game, it tends to be devastating. Well, when it first becomes... Whenever you encounter it early on, it's devastating, and then eventually it becomes totally irrelevant. It barely even deals extra damage, and odds are good you have some resistance. Use poison. That way I can continue walking. Swiftness is good. Repel missiles is good. Continue to gas as I go. Oh, seriously? You're actually standing in my way? What are you, a moron? Oh, I'm invisible. That means I can't be poisoned by the gas I'm breathing. Unfortunately, my slaves are hogging all these kills, but whatever. Any experience I gain here is purely excess. Anyway. Alright, I think... set up enough zones as I go. Okay, what the hell is this? It looks like literally a wall of doors. Which leads me to believe that what's inside is going to be devastating and work at melee range. No, it's much, much worse as a matter of fact. Well, I do have repel missiles, I do have resists, etc. So let's just drop zones of murder inside. I'm debating whether I should go poison or ice, and I think I'll go ice, actually. I want to kill, I don't want to cripple. And whatever I do, I cannot afford to let them escape the confines of this kill zone. Yes, I'm standing in freezing vapor. No, I don't really care. Give me a few more turns of this, and I'm just going to have massive, massive death. Okay, I think that's most of them. And the ones that are left are the ones who are summoning, so let's get out. Okay. We'll loop around in a second. I just want to have some more zombies at my disposal before that second comes. Okay, there we go. Very good. No new mutations. Good, good. Wait, there's a poisoned arrow hitting you. The fuck? Whatever. The summons will die by time, and the poison will kill everybody else. Oh, I see. You're a longbowman because you're a douche. Those close doors to block your line of sight, and then you'll be dead. Haha! Isn't that simple? Good thing I didn't have to sacrifice these bodies for piety or anything, otherwise that res would have been really irritating. This is a summoned creature, so he's not long for this world. But, you know, we can just wait him out or whatever. There we go, he's dead. Show me the warped saber. Do I have an ID scroll? Yes. Thank you for showing me how worthless it was. The reason I keep doing that is I don't have a source of resist-elec. There is a resist-elec weapon sitting in a store for 700 gold. I'd rather not have to pay 700 gold, and the occasional ID on an artifact isn't going to be wasted anyway. I mean, it's going to be wasted, but who cares? It was going to be wasted anyway, no matter what I wasted it on in the end. Let's just brave the freaking ice. I don't have time to wait. Da 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 da. Hey, poison. Get out of LOS. Get back in LOS and just keep going. Poison. No need to avoid LOS with this guy. Poison. Poison. Repel missiles. Step 2. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close to the point where we're going to have to actually encroach on the final area. Hey, how come that elf turned into a gnoll, which makes me think that it was a shapeshifter, but it didn't get all its health back? What the hell? Maybe they fixed the glitch? No, maybe the glitch only occurs if you go and become something with a higher HP pool. I don't know. No, that's not true, because I've seen like 4 or 5 switches in a row. No way in hell that it just kept getting bigger and bigger like that. Let's go ahead and grab some chunks and just keep spreading my poison further and further. And you all see how this system works of drop a cloud, walk into it, and then when it's at the edge of your LOS, drop another cloud so that no matter what you do, you're approaching enemies that are inside the cloud. It's a very systematic approach. Not necessary, but systematic. Okay, time to light them up. Let's drop some poison, some fire, and then get the hell out. Why would you want to do that indeed? Swiftness, repel missiles, flight. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go drop a fire zone here, and then drop a poison zone to fill the space past the fire repeatedly because of the smoke clouds that I didn't consider were going to be produced. Oh shit, they can't trade places with me. That's going to be irritating. Refresh my buffs, re-enter combat. I'm just going to blow you up. Ice, poison. There it is, Abyss. Like I said, it's not like I had to stand in range of the guy who just abyssed me. I could have evaded it. Didn't have to stand there and take it. Didn't have to do that. And if I was willing to, if I had thought about it, I could have just, you know, quaffed a potion as appropriate and used a storm or something. But if you get abyssed, you get abyssed. And he could have used that move on the very first turn he came into LOS and not given me a chance not to resist it. For an area of the game you are required to go to, you know, it's different then. You don't have a choice. But when you have the choice whether to go there or not in the first place, don't go to the Abyss. I mean, don't go to the Elf unless you're willing to go to the Abyss as well. And I was willing. Okay, unfortunately I do not have a dig spell. I'm pretty sure I don't even have a dig wand, actually. Okay, so I do have flight, which is going to keep me pretty safe. I have swiftness, which I should keep permanently enabled. I am very vulnerable to tormentors. Are they vulnerable to me? They do not like ice, so let's do that and then that. Enjoy that swiftness. Why not? No, that's why not, because it's totally worthless. Oh my god, it's at LOS. It's still an LOS of me. That could be devastating if I'm not very careful. Because it doesn't take many torments to lose health. First torment deals 150 damage. The next torment deals 75 damage. After that, you're weak, and other enemies are within striking range of killing you. You know, like being in melee range with 3 abominations, like I just was. I'm gonna ignore the bone dragon as much as possible. Killing it would require at the very least I have to anticipate 3 orbs, and that's a lot of orbing. Damn it. Mutated already. Still, I don't have a faster way to kill that thing. I guess the best I could do is lightning bolt, but the miss percentage on lightning bolt is so high it's almost not worth firing. Damn it! It's another one. Actually, from behind the Uftef buses, he might not fire at me. Anyway, at this point, I'm clearly in teleport. I'm clearly at a place where teleporting has to be considered. Actually, never mind. Closed up behind me. That was helpful. I remember when they reworked the Abyss to introduce the changing terrain being constant like this. And suddenly I went from hating the Abyss to loving it. Well, not loving it, but being much more okay with it because I could auto-travel. Auto-traveling in the Abyss is not a good idea necessarily, but it's a convenience. I'm not worried about this guy. He can teleport me at most. Make sure swiftness is enabled, re-enable flight, and just poof over there. I don't mind flying skulls following me. That's fine. If anything, they help tank. Okay, but that brain worm I do mind a little bit. Don't want to have my intelligence go to 0. Swiftness and flight recast. Hellwing is busily trying to give me the teleport that I want. Kill a bunch of these skulls so that I cannot be as easily followed. Eat a meat ration. And just keep going. Whatever. Earth elementals are notoriously slow creatures. So 2 mutations so far, one of them actually rather serious. It drops my mana capacity by, what, 5? Which doesn't sound like much until you realize it already was down by 5, so it stacks. Tell you this right now, if I get an extra potion of Cure Mutation, I'm going to use it instantly. I'm not even going to wait. But there's 2 in the dungeon, and I'm debating the relative merits of using those even as I go through the Abyss. Because you see, as much as I hate these mutations, I can't in fairness say that they are game-ending or that bad. And since I lack any form of mutation resistance, I have to act under the assumption that I'm going to get mutated by at least one more time. And it would behoove me to have an answer ready for if that happens. Yes, the Orb of Mutation hit me, or the Orb of Fire hit me with 3 mutations, but I can undo them. You know, that kind of thing. These are all summons. I'm not going to stop to fight summons. Yoink! Pretty sure Giant Orange Brains have a mutation spell, but I could be wrong. It's meat that I digest inefficiently, huh? Stop shooting your own allies trying to hit me. Grr. You know what? That's a Blizzard Demon, so it's going to be utterly unaffected by pretty much everything I would fire at it. Yeah. This is a pickle. I vote for teleport. Especially if I started early like now. It should be able to go off. And let the regen do its work. The Vampire Knights are immune and resistant to what I like, so here's what we're going to do. Move 1, and then Lightning Bolt. And then Lightning Bolt again. Yes, it hits me too. That may have proved to be more of a risk than I needed to take. Try not to make too much noise just yet. Just beat these guys up quietly. Eat a bread ration because meat rations don't give me that much. Are you fucking kidding me? I just got away from one of you assholes. Well, you know what? Orb of Destruction. IMB. You are dead. Okay, that's another IMB. And now you're dead. Yay! That took way the hell more mana than I wanted it to. Flight. Good. Do I have a potion of magic? Good, I have 2. So my worst case scenario of overusing my abilities and then being out of mana when I most need it is not a concern. Okay, we got relocated. Let's heal up and then start exploring. You know, until something's found me, I'm not in frightened mode yet. This is the worst kind of situation to be abyssed in. Nothing here is going to kill me necessarily. It's just going to... Not worse, sorry. It's the most annoying. Nothing's necessarily going to kill me. It's just going to continuously cripple me the longer I wait. And take a freaking long time to get out of. Still, those of you who watch my channel enough probably hate me for my labyrinth fails even more, since I'm kind of terrible at finding my way out of those things 50% of the time. And the other 50% of the time I'm okay and usually use a dig or dig equivalent. You know what I need? I need Summon Ice Beast. The ability to just massively get a bunch of tanky white things to go and attack for me. Okay, you know what? Let's recharge the heal wounds wand. Just, just because I don't ever want to find myself in a situation where I need something to be recharged and it's like, oh, I was saving that. See, that's a lot of fire. I don't know why, but I am curious. I do have the RF for this, so alright, you know what? Don't take any chances. Orb of Destruction, kill that thing. We're gonna go the other direction now. All this fire is gonna kill everything in this chamber for absolutely for certain. And I'm gonna take a reasonable amount of damage and possibly lose a scroll, but huh. Come on, this is a vault for sure. Only thing of import I have here is Scrolls of Amnesia and Blinking and Mapping. I'm wearing Conservation. I have RFFF. I should not be scared of this. And yet, how does one simply walk into fire on purpose? Oh, can I blow this thing up by any chance? Like, I don't know, just disintegrate it? Awesome. There we go. That did not stop the fire. It's always been burning since the world's been turning. Okay, well, I went in and out of that area. I can check around it, but I'm fair certain that if I went right into the core of it and didn't find anything, then there was nothing worth finding. And yet, that's exactly where I would have kept a Rune of Zot. You know, a couple enemies, maybe a couple fiery immune enemies inside a fiery area like that. Scorch marked granite statue. No. Oh, whoa, that's his. I fired one, he fired one back. Good news is they didn't hit each other. Okay, well, that was an interesting detour, unfortunately without any meaningful results. Let us continue our flitter flatter to try and get out of here. Flitter flatter. Yeah, that's the word. Is that even a word? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Third mutation. I don't have a better way to kill it, unfortunately, so yeah. There's another one. He's against a wall, so maybe I can double zap him and kill him at once. Nope, I couldn't. 2 shots, but he decided not to give me a mutation. Generous of the bastard. And all this because I wanted a resist mutation amulet before I went into Zot. Ha! How hilarious. Let's get some meat and... Okay, you don't have resist cold by any chance, do you? No, you have the opposite. Excellent. Alright, very good. Fly, swift. Drop an ice zone on a cluster of red demons. Devils, whatever. And, okay, turn the other direction, and nope, he's noticed you. Kill the mutator. While, you know, hiding within as many other enemies as possible. You know, the one thing I could have been doing with those pink guys is spamming butterflies the moment I see them to have my butterflies absorb the mutations. The problem with doing that is that it requires me to A, get lucky with the butterflies happening to be in the right spot, and B, that doesn't solve the problem of them being alive. So if there are other enemies that are coming at me, the butterflies can still get popped in one turn. Still, I will consider that a little bit more next time, because I hadn't even thought of it, and that's an oversight. Are you inside an ice zone? Huh. Thought you had a self-preservation instinct. I guess you're a demon. Alright, well, I'm gonna cut this video at this point. I had hoped that this would be a short abyss, like sometimes happens. That's why I didn't do it earlier, but... Nope, this is turning into a find the rune level long abyss. I mean, I've already been mutated often enough, Lord knows. And even as I say I should cut the video, I'm busy running it. Alrighty, whatever. No. You don't get to do that. Repel missiles. Orb of destruction. And I'm very low on mana, and that is the natural moment for an angel to show up. Can I walk away without being seen? No, I can't. Activate teleport. I don't know if the angel can kill me. I don't want to find out. Okay, we're out of range. See, I'm not even as scared of a lich as I am of an angel. Because liches, I at least know what they're... Oh, shit! What are your specific vulnerabilities? None. Silver, if any. Let's do butterflies, given my positioning. It should work. And then drop an ice zone. Okay. Smite targeting with the ice zone is definitely going to be a good... to pass the butterflies. That should be my 1-2 punch for dealing with malmutators like him. Good news is, Ice Magic at least will level up. Fly. I'm very low on mana, and oh, unless it's a mimic, I just wandered onto the rune. Nope, that's not a mimic, I just got the rune. Well, that's as good a place to stop as any. The anticlimactic finding of the Abyss rune purely because I got abyssed against my will. I've taken on 1, 2, 3 mutations so far, as a result, and I already had 1, 2 mutations, so at this point a cure mutation potion might get all of them with just 1. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time.